Welcome, traders. Welcome to SPAC's Attack. We're starting up a little bit early. We have a great interview, guys. If you guys haven't seen it yet, definitely, guys, FRX is coming on SPAC's Attack. The Beachbody. Hope you guys got your Beachbody ready. I know the summer's coming up and everyone's trying to look great. So definitely welcome to the show, guys. Hit the like. Let's go ahead and let's hit the share button, guys. What you guys can do me a favor is definitely hit the share button down below. Let's go ahead and share with everybody that Beachbody is coming up. I'm going to go ahead and be promoting all the way through until we get towards the interview. We have a great video to play to kind of describe the background of Beachbody. We're going to be getting into all different aspects. If you guys have a question, please put it in the comments. We'll definitely catch those as we interview later on today. One of the things that I do want to talk about is kind of the development in kind of physical, kind of this new mentality that we're really starting to focus on our physical health. And it did go away a little bit there with the pandemic, but I think there's going to be this pent up demand for wanting to work out, wanting to affect your physical life. And so definitely we're going to see that kind of expansion come. What's going on, guys? Welcome, Nate. Welcome, Animal Chemi. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the show. This is SPAC's Attack. Looks like we're still getting people to come on over. All right, guys. Looks like we're getting some people to come on over from pre-market prep. So definitely smash the thumbs up. Let's go ahead and let's talk maybe a little bit about some SPACs before we actually get into our interview today. We've been seeing some pullback in the market. So super excited to see kind of this push that we're still in. Looks like Spencer is wrapping up. He doesn't want to get off the show, but that's not a big problem. He'll go ahead and be wrapping up soon here and bringing in a lot of people coming in here. As we keep growing, one of the things that we're going to see is FRX really ready to compete with a company like Peloton? We're going to have some great questions coming up. We can talk about some SPACs before we get into that. So let me go ahead up and pull up my watch list here. Looks like Spencer should be wrapping up. He needs to wrap. There he goes. Come on over. All right, guys, we're getting everyone to come and joining on over from the pre-market prep. So welcome, guys. If you're coming over from pre-market prep, welcome to the show. We're going to go ahead and talk some SPACs. We're going to go ahead and look at our watch list for the day, see what we got moving out there, see what's getting some movement on our SPAC watch list. So let's go ahead and take a look here and see what we can find moving on the day here. So really quickly, I'm going to pull this up here. What's up? Welcome to the show. Sup from Denver? Hey, Animal, we're going to have to meet up. I'm over here in the Colorado Springs. I was actually in Denver yesterday. So thumbs up. Let's do this. What's going on, Zero? How we doing? Welcome to the house, guys. If you guys are new to the show, definitely say hello. We're going to be getting into FRX. You guys stick around for Beachbody. It's going to be super exciting, guys. But first things first, let's talk about some major movers of the day. Playboy Group getting a nice push there, guys. This is what I'm going to be watching as they release new NFTs and continue to push with artists, as we've been seeing their NFTs definitely growing in interest, and we'll keep an eye on it. Next one up, SPCE has definitely been making a giant move up there, guys, from the 16 bottom up there to a high today of 35.04. Let's see if this one can continue coming and continue moving in the industry. It looks like I got my man Chris ready in the back. So we're going to go ahead and get into the real opening of SPAC's Attack. So do us a favor, guys. If you guys are excited to see this interview today, hit the share button down below. Let everybody know the SPAC's Attack is on, and we got FRX coming on next. So hit the like, hit the share button, and let everybody know. We'll be right back. Welcome to SPAC's Attack. Welcome back, traders. Let's go ahead and let's bring in my brains to this show because it's not even the brains to the show; it's my brain also. Let's go ahead and bring in my man Chris Ketchy.
What's going on, Mitch? I gotta say I missed you the past couple days. We were happy to have Spencer fill in. I know he enjoys being on the show, but definitely missed my co-host Mitch. So happy to have you back on the show, brother.
Hey, like they say in Beachbody, they have that show, right? Insanity. Insanity is what we're going to get into today, guys. You guys got the insanity. The Mitch squad is back. You guys already know I'm going to definitely be pushing and pushing. But before we get into the SPACs today, guys, did you know that you could be winning a free share of Tesla right now?
What?
Did someone say a free share of Tesla? Da, 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 da. You guys already know. Hit the like. If you guys want to win a free share of Tesla, watch this video and I'll put the gleam up so that you guys can have a chance to win that free share. All right, guys. Welcome back. Yep, putting up that link in the chat there, guys. Join our 100K sub giveaway. We definitely want to go ahead and continue growing. And if you guys can support us by going ahead and hitting that subscribe bell below, go to the Gleam, guys. You see the link there? By doing this, you're going to go ahead and get an entry, get your chance to win the free Tesla share. I mean, honestly, Tesla's coming back right now, guys. If you guys don't want to share, let me know because I'll take it definitely.
Even if you don't want a Tesla share, I mean, that's like $500. I mean, you can, I mean, if you want, you can sell it and probably get something else. So, I mean, you're still going to be ahead of the game. And I mean, it's not like you're paying money to sign up for this contest. You're just subscribing to our YouTube channel that you're watching right now, right? So then you're going to get notifications. You're going to know when all these great shows are on. So, I mean, it's free. You got nothing to lose there. So definitely worth it.
Definitely, guys. Let's go ahead and let's stick around. Let's get in. We'll get into some headlines in just a second here. We're going to go ahead and nail those down. But before then, I did want to point out a stock or two more from our watch list. Then we'll get to some headlines. And guess what, guys? As soon as we can, we'll get right into that FRX interview. We got a lot of questions to ask. We got a lot of questions coming from the chat and coming from our Twitter. So definitely, guys, let us know if you guys got a question, and we'll go ahead and nail that down. All right, let's take a look here. Other two stocks I want to point out today. QS making a decent move up today. So we're going to definitely keep your eyes on this one. I'm interested on this bottoming action near kind of this 25. Let's see if that can hold on tight and we start getting through the 30s and up there to the 40s. This stock had a high of 132. So, I mean, when you think about it, the stock has come down, pretty big here. We're talking almost 200% pullback here. So definitely keep your eyes out on QS. We'll see how this one continues to find a bottom, and really it needs a catalyst push to start driving it back up. But as you can see today, really a nice bottoming action there on QS. Another one we can point out, of course, LEV already beating it on QS. And this is one that we've been pointing out for a while here. LEV, Line Electric, definitely got that good deal and now looking stronger. The real question to me is it holding $20. If it can hold $20 and start pushing back up towards 22, I think we have a chance to get back up there towards 28 and 30. So to keep your eyes out on that stock.
Mitch, what do you think about Clever Leaves, CLVR? That thing was down around $8. It ran up to 11. Looks like it's pulling back a little bit today. But I still like the cannabis trade. And, for those of you who want more information on Clever Leaves, we, of course, had the CEO on our show not too long ago, but he's going to be at the Benzinga Global Cannabis Conference next week. Taking place Thursday and Friday right here on Benzinga's YouTube channel. So Clever Leaves, a former SPAC and a cannabis company, so I'm looking forward to hearing more from the company next week, Mitch. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be looking forward to paying attention to see what happens with the company. Right now, I'm seeing in the chat some people saying that the link isn't working. I got to check on that because I was taken right from the description there. So want to make sure that that link is working. Looks like Happy gave us a different link there, but I'm going to have
Happy
to go
coming
ahead.
through. Looks like Happy dropped it.
Yeah, I got to find out what happened there. I mean, that's strictly from it. I mean, I can even open it up there, so I'm not sure why you guys are having some issues there with that link. But I have another link here. I got you guys. No worries, no worries. Here you go, directly from the actual Gleam there. Definitely that one should work. If that one doesn't work, let me know because there's something wrong with the Gleam itself. And I need to make sure that you guys can get your entries because, I mean, there's nothing worse than entering and then you could have gotten that free share but didn't get that free share. So, hey, I'll make sure that it's working for us, guys. Let's go ahead and smash the like Caleb says here, and let's keep rolling through here. Let's go ahead and take a look at some headlines of the day. Do see some other stocks up. Maybe we'll get to them a little bit later today. But now I want to get into our headlines of the day so that we can get right into our interview when they come on.
All right, guys. Yeah, so I don't have a ton for headlines today. It is Friday, heading into a holiday weekend. Remember that the market is closed Monday, so it could be a slower day out there for many of these companies. So for headline news, one of our movers yesterday, Nikola, NKLA, company given a $18 price target by BTIG. A buy rating saying that the company is ripe for disruption with the Tray battery electric truck set to debut this year. The analyst talks about a handful of deliveries before the fourth quarter, but really starting to ramp up in the middle of 2022. And then also a hydrogen FCEV solution coming to the market in 2024. So as much heat as Nikola gets, we do have one analyst out there, with a very bullish take on the company. And then also the company has been rumored to be a short squeeze candidate, given the high amount of shares short out there. So keep an eye out on NKLA. It did run nicely yesterday, but looks like it's down today now. One I want to put on everyone's radar. So CLII, the company merging with EVgo. This is a charging infrastructure play. I've been a supporter of this company. I like the charging infrastructure play, but I have to point out there's an article out on electric.com, an electric vehicle site, talking about how the company's relationship with General Motors could come to an end. So there's an SEC filing for the vote date for CLII, and it says that EVgo is 82 charger installations short of meeting a June 30 milestone deadline for that agreement with General Motors. If they miss that milestone, General Motors could terminate the agreement and also seek damages of up to $15 million. So EVgo, General Motors is one of their key partners on the Ultium Charge 360. They were in the news recently for that GM partnership. So this could be a big loss for them. Again, they do have some time till June 30th. But definitely something that investors should be aware of, that they need to meet certain requirements. And we have IPOE. That merger vote yesterday was approved. Company will trade today, and then it will start trading as ticker SOFI next week, and it's going to switch from the New York Stock Exchange to the NASDAQ. So new ticker SOFI beginning on June 1st. This is one that's had real good action lately, and I think could be a leader in really showing what some of these SPACs can do, post-merger now. We're starting to see momentum come back into SPACs, and IPOE could be one of those that, heads higher during the vote time and then also goes higher after the vote. So keep an eye out on how IPOE/SOFI trade into next week. And then yesterday, we did get several new vote dates set. So as I said, CLII setting a vote of June 29th. We have AACQ setting a vote of June 23rd. FTIV setting a vote of June 23rd. And FRX, who of course will be featured on our show today, setting a vote date of June 24th. So we add those to a very, very full June calendar of SPAC merger votes. So June shaping up to be a huge month, especially with action coming back in. And then our two deals yesterday, PACX shares ended the day up 2%. And LWAC up 1%. This is the third or fourth day of deals in a row where they have all traded positive on the day. Of course, we're not getting those double-digit jumps that we used to see, but the fact that they are all trading positive on the deal announcement days, I think is a bullish sign for the SPAC market. So keep an eye out on that. And one rumor today, we have ticker KURI. Web doctor Babylon nearing a $3.5 billion deal with the SPAC Alkuri. This is coming from Bloomberg. Alkuri is lining up investors to provide $270 million towards a pipe to get this deal completed. And the Alkuri SPAC is led by Groupon's ex-CEO Rich Williams and the former chief operating officer Steve Krenzer at that company. So keep an eye out on this one. Groupon had some success and getting into the digital space with those two executives, could be a story to watch. And then, as I said, that merger vote calendar filling up nicely. We had IPOE yesterday. We have STIC today, which it looks like the vote did go through. And we will get the new ticker is BARK for BarkBox next week. And then June, a monster month for merger vote dates. And we do have the earnings for CHPT ChargePoint next week on June 3rd. I think that could be a sign of how well charging infrastructure plays are holding up. And Mitch, also a mover yesterday. Have to give a shout out, of course, here. It's one that we both have been big believers in, but I know you are a big bull on. GENI, Genius Sports, hitting an all-time high yesterday during the trading session.
Yeah, me and my genie. I don't know. This is going to be always the stock that I'm going to say that I should have in the account. Maybe want in the account, but don't have it, guys. But that's how it goes. At the end of the day, I'm going to keep an eye out on this one. Genie, I've mentioned it as going to be my long-term. If I had to buy a SPAC today and hold it forever, this would be the one. And as we can tell, definitely in favor by investors, pushing up there to all-time highs. All right, Chris, let's go ahead and let's get into our interview next. But before we get into our interview, I think one of the best ways to always do it is to let's play a little something, give us a little bit of background. If you guys don't know already, I do think you guys should know already, but hey, let's go ahead and let's learn a little bit more about Beachbody here. I got a video to play for you guys. Let's go ahead and take a look here. All right. There you guys have it. Let's go ahead and let's get right into our interview. But before then, I like I've been mentioning, guys, hit the like button if you guys are ready for the summer, ready to work on that beach body. I'm super excited to get into our interview. You guys heard me mention this stock about a week ago. I got super excited because I really feel at the end of the day, the trends are going to come back. This summer, everyone is going to be trying to look good and get out there, do some activities. And one of the best ways we can do that is definitely work on our physical attributes. So let's go ahead and let's get into our interview, Chris.
Mitch, we got the suit jackets on today, but after watching that video, I feel like we should have had workout clothes on because, man, that video...
You know it doesn't take me long.
That video's got me pumped, and I mean, what an exciting company. So, guys, I'm super excited. Joining us on SPACs Attack today, we have Carl Daikeler. He is the co-founder and CEO of Beachbody. The company is going public via SPAC merger with Forest Road Acquisition. That ticker is FRX. Welcome to the show, Carl.
Hi, guys. Thank you so much for having me on. We are actually moments away from starting production or shooting today, a new workout called 645, 6 days a week, 45 minutes a day. And so just to forgive the background where they're going to be doing a little bit of warming up, but I wanted to show you guys the heart of Beachbody, and that's about helping people get great information at home so they get great results. But I appreciate you having me on.
Definitely super exciting.
Yeah, we appreciate that. What a great background to have during this interview to really show off what the company is all about. So, Carl, up first, can you give us a little background on how Beachbody was founded and what Beachbody is all about?
Well, it's funny. When we met with the guys at Forest Road, who we're doing the SPAC merger with, they said Beachbody is the best kept secret in health and fitness, which as a marketing guy, that was a little depressing, but it's actually true. We've been around for 22 years with this mission of helping people achieve their goals, to lead healthy, fulfilling lives with this balance of innovative breakthrough fitness programs that has synergy with a nutrition plan and supplements that help them get great results. And we've literally been doing this for 2 decades, made the leap into digital with this thing called Beachbody On Demand just in 2017. And now here we are, poised to go public through a merger with FRX and bringing in a connected bike with Mixed Fitness. So we're excited about what the next couple months mean for us.
Perfect. So, the show here, SPACs Attack, we've been doing this show for a while, talking all things SPACs and de-SPACed companies. So one of the big questions I have to ask is, why the decision now to go public and why a SPAC over a traditional IPO?
It's actually the SPAC. It's like it was made for us for this transaction. There's a couple things. First off, it's a mature company. We're going to do about $1 billion, $1.1 billion in 2021. We've only had 2 years of negative EBITDA in our 22 years. So it's a formidable business that is a natural to roll right into a SPAC and with the ability to do it with some momentum and do it quickly. But a couple of things come along with doing a SPAC. We've got the expertise of Kevin Mayer from Disney, who's going to join our board. He was one of the leads with FRX to look for the right company for them. He's a content expert, and our goal is to build Beachbody On Demand from its current, 2.7 million subscribers to 10 times that, if you will, or 30 times that. But, the guy who built Disney Plus, he's now on our board helping us. At the same time, we wanted to add the genre of indoor cycling to the Beachbody ecosystem. And we've actually been intending to do that for over 10 years, but we found this company, Mixed Fitness, with a commercial grade bike. It's literally, they've sold tens of thousands of these bikes into gyms across the country. They negotiated the exclusive right to distribute it direct to consumer. We're merging Mix into the SPAC. So we're raising around $400 million in capital. We get Kevin Mayer and also former CFO of Disney, Tom Staggs, to help us steer through this incredible time of growth. Plus, we add connected fitness to the ecosystem. So it's just this perfect, holistic, and frankly, very efficient way to bring a quality company to the marketplace.
Perfect. So, since you talked about Mixed Fitness, obviously that stood out in the presentation. And one of the things, a lot of people want to know, and we've got you on the show, so we're able to ask you is Mixed Fitness a true Peloton competitor?
Well, as much as Peloton is a SoulCycle competitor or a spinning competitor, it's just an incredibly popular genre. But Peloton has focused on the top end of the market with an expensive bike and content that really caters to sort of the alpha. That leaderboard is what drives people. But what Mix found with their research was that, and what we've found at Beachbody in 2 decades, is our subscribers want to feel welcome. They want to feel like, look, I just want to get a great workout, but I don't want to feel like I got to be the top dog in the room. I want to feel like I'm just welcome. That bike shouldn't be the enemy. And that's why Mix came out of the gate so strong last year. I mean, I think they sold something like 14,000 bikes or 17,000 bikes. They did $30 million their first year. They're expected to do over $100 million this year. So really what I think is, and our assessment and what we believe is that Mix and Beachbody is the Peloton for the 99%. The bike is $600 less than a Peloton bike, but it's commercial grade. And we're bringing our Beachbody approach to content that I think is going to make the experience on the bike immersive, colorful, with great music, and people are going to have a fantastic experience.
I hope everyone listening just heard that. The Peloton bike for the 99%. I love that, Carl. So in the presentation, we've got some stats on the Mix bike. So, and as you said, a retail price significantly lower than Peloton. So over 27,000 units sold in the first year, $30 million in sales. That investor presentation talks about $100 million in revenue for the full 2021. We did recently get quarterly earnings from Beachbody, and it did say 11.3 thousand connected fitness bikes sold by Mix. Is that on pace or ahead of guidance that was originally given?
I believe it's right on pace, and obviously I'm not in a position to update anything in this call, or I'll get a nasty gram from my CFO. But I will say we're quite pleased with the progress of Mix. The SEC just declared our effective date yesterday, so we are on track for the proxy vote and to officially be to change the symbol from FRX to body, hopefully by the end of June. And we're hoping in that time to have some exciting news about what our growth plans are with Beachbody On Demand Interactive and the Mix bike. And quite frankly, you guys said it. The digital disruption is here. Summer's coming. We can see that in demand. The good news is last year was not an anomaly. While a lot of people chose in-home fitness and became subscribers of Beachbody On Demand and Openfit, our second platform, in 2020, we've only seen that surge continue. We've seen very strong demand in the first quarter, with our total revenue up 43% year over year, and digital revenue up 56%. And frankly, Mix is growing. I think their numbers in the first quarter were 20 times what they were the prior year. That's just when they came out of the gate, of course. So we're very happy with the momentum. But look, this is a 20-year-old company. This is not the new thing. This is a company that knows how to work its way through wartime. And that wartime is the complete disruption of the fitness industry. And with our foundation of digital subscribers and the greatest content library in the fitness and nutrition space, I think we're in a really great position to continue to serve customers well. And for the people who come along for us as shareholders, I think they're going to have a good ride as well.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to go ahead and jump in here. One of the things that I definitely like to pay attention to, Carl, is the trends and kind of the trends that you guys kind of sit in here. So, of course, digital subscription, growth, connected fitness. One of the things that I've been really focusing on is I feel after the pandemic, and we could talk about how the trend actually went into that, but a personal trainer was off through the roof. I mean, I have like 5 friends that are personal trainers. So one of the things that I did see, though, is an adjustment and how kind of it was always a one-on-one in person. And now it's been greatly accepted, a one-on-one through an on-demand kind of digital form. And do you think that this trend is just here to stay? Do you think that we're going to have kind of a both trend where people kind of go to the gym some days, then get their training at homes other days? How do you think this trend is going to really continue, Carl, and how we're going to keep moving forward?
Well, the research that we've done shows that 87% of the people who went from the gym to an in-home workout during the pandemic actually plan on maintaining their in-home workouts either as their primary form of fitness or as a hybrid. You know, do the gym sometimes, do the home workouts out at sometimes. But, you know, let me tell you, everybody jumped in because you have all these trainers, you have all these gyms, they were shut out of the business. And they, you know, all of a sudden you see everybody on Instagram, everybody putting up their videos, but there's been no shortage of content for years on YouTube. What you see behind me is the outcome of 22 years of experience with an approach to content that really just makes the difference. What we're doing here and what Beachbody specializes in is delivering the message that it's as good or as close to as good as you can get to having that trainer right next to you. And we find the absolute best. We call them super trainers because they deliver that message and the cues and the technical stuff it's an art form. And this isn't something that just any trainer can get on a camera and have eye contact and keep people motivated for the long term. People might be captivated for a couple of weeks or a couple of months, but what Beachbody is really specialized in since the P90X days, that's our first $1 billion brand. And what we specialize in is using sets like this and great trainers and great casts where you feel like you're a part of that ensemble and you can't wait to wake up and see your friends again. And that's the Beachbody difference. We have over 87 different programs on the platform. Last year, we had 180 million streamed views. And I'm proud to say that this first quarter broke all our records. So that this trend is here to stay, and the Beachbody difference of creating content that's compelling is only going to get better.
So it seems like the pandemic really actually kind of it could have slowed you down for a second there, but definitely has seemed to be pushing you guys further on this growth approach. One of the things that I'd have to ask is how did the pandemic weigh into kind of the nutrition side? Can you explain a little bit more about that, Carl?
That is a really great question because, you know, as we saw all these, like, you know, you saw that chart, connected fitness and digital content, this explosion, right? But look, you can't out-train a bad diet. And this has been the Beachbody approach since we started the company is we always bring along nutrition solutions that are easy, not diets, but an approach to managing your portions, managing your macros, you know, your proteins, carbs, and so on, so that you get the results that you're working so hard for when you're doing the workout. That's fundamental to what Beachbody does. And we include it in our subscriptions. So with 2.7 million subscribers and literally tens of thousands of before and after and healthy transformations that we get per month, you know, we see ourselves at this connection of on-demand digitally delivered fitness and on-demand digitally delivered nutrition plus the support. Like, you know, many people saw the results that Noom got, the valuation that Noom got with financial raise that they did this week. And I look at that and I go, okay, great, good for them. I've got 2 comprehensive nutrition plans on our platform, 87 different programs, over 1,500 different workouts, meditations, truly a holistic approach where people come in as a community and get results. And it's one-stop shopping on any over-the-top device, on their laptop, on their phone. Beachbody has been there, done that. And I'm really proud of the fact that we put it all together for people so that they really can count on the fact that they're going to get results.
Perfect. I want to follow up here with the nutrition. So one of the things in that presentation and the SPAC announcement was some discussion on Ladder. So Openfit acquired Ladder, which is a company founded by LeBron James and Arnold Schwarzenegger. And I feel like a lot of people probably aren't as familiar with this brand despite the 2 big names attached. Can you talk a little bit about Ladder and maybe how Arnold and LeBron could be involved going forward?
Absolutely. Well, first off, they're shareholders in the SPAC. So like they will be shareholders in the merged company, which is great. And as part of this acquisition, like when we were talking to them and their advisors, they recognized this business model where we're combining our fitness content, our nutrition content, and complementing all the effort that people put in with very potent, carefully formulated and curated supplements. And Ladder fit the bill. So when we created the second platform, and that second platform was really created so that partnerships and big time celebrity influencers had a place to be able to monetize their desire to help people with fitness and nutrition. So we created this second platform, Openfit, but we wanted a separate and distinct nutrition line for Openfit, and Ladder just fit so perfectly. And what's great with that is LeBron and his trainer, Mike Mencius, will be creating training content for that platform. Arnold will be, with incredible trainers you can imagine in his orbit, will be helping us create content for that Openfit platform. We've already got Shay Mitchell, who's the star from, I believe it's Pretty Little Liars, and she's got 30 million followers on Instagram. She's got a program on Openfit called 4 Weeks of Focus. And all of this content incorporates the Ladder supplements, which again, just helps people get results. So it's exciting to have those personalities as part of the company and supporting the company. But again, I want to stress, the most important thing is what happens at home. And our job is to make it so that the experience at home in that 6x6 space in front of the TV or computer is as gratifying and effective a place to work out as if you went to the gym. Because there's nothing more convenient than rolling out of bed, you take your pre-workout drink, doesn't matter what you're wearing, but you just get it done. And we give them all the tools to get those results. And that's what the company's built around.
Perfect. So, one of the questions I had, and I saw it in the chat already here too, keeping with that celebrity theme just for a moment, is Forest Road Acquisition. One of the partners was Shaquille O'Neal. So the question is, will Shaquille O'Neal be involved going forward? Will he possibly, do anything branding wise with Beachbody or Mixed Fitness down the road?
I would say there's nothing formalized with that. That's not integrated into our deal. I do think he was instrumental in advising the FRX guys about the transaction. Look, FRX, they had so many opportunities in who they were going to choose to merge with. And they had some great advisors, Shaq, again, Kevin Mayer, Tom Staggs. They also had Martin Luther King Jr. III helping. They were looking for something that from a content perspective and a wellness perspective was on trend with the tailwinds. And that was their role. That was Shaq's role, to say, this thing is legit, this is going places. But in terms of ongoing involvement, we don't have any current plans. Doesn't mean to say that because we're all going to be family, that he won't be involved, but I can't speak to anything in the near term.
Perfect. So, not to be confused with the upcoming ticker BODY, we have the recently announced BODI from Beachbody, a premium service. Can you talk a little bit about what this is all about going forward and how it can help, with revenue and growth for Beachbody?
Chris, I got to tell you, you're making the hair stand up on my forearms when you talk about Beachbody On Demand Interactive, because this is outrageous. I was at the studio yesterday for a screen test. This is hours a day of live content, not only on the mixed bike for indoor cycling, but also with cardio and HIIT training and strength training, bar, Pilates, yoga. We're going to have this streaming content, but not just, look, live streaming content is not all that uncommon now. But what is brand new is the fact that our actual subscribers are going to be featured in this immersive LED screen that's behind the super trainer. So the trainer will it'll be kind of like going to, a Barry's Boot Camp or an Orange Theory experience, where it's like this boutique fitness experience. The trainer will have eyes on these subscribers, and it's really going to facilitate a more interactive experience and cueing that's better to, our trainers are now going to see what their signals are, how they're making it to the home, and say, hey, I want to see you pick your leg up. I want to see you, bend that knee a little bit more. And that experience is just going to bring the whole thing to life. Beachbody On Demand Interactive will be a premium tier on top of the normal subscription of Beachbody On Demand. 70% of our Beachbody On Demand subscribers take an annual subscription at $99. Beachbody On Demand will be an additional overlay of $19.95 a month, but still all in, that's less than the price of some of our competitors like Peloton, who I think is at $40, roughly $40 a month. But we have all these genre produced with that signature quality and trainers and hit music coming in from a partnership with Feed FM that's going to just raise the experience of what that living room fitness experience can really be like. Because people miss the gym, and we want to replicate that in the spare bedroom, in the garage, in the basement, in the living room. So it feels like you're there, and you get to know these people. And I think Beachbody On Demand Interactive, frankly, we've had some big breakthroughs, right? P90X, Insanity, 21-Day Fix, Team Beachbody, Beachbody On Demand. I think BOD Interactive could be the biggest thing we have innovated in the history of our 20 years.
Wow, that's awesome to hear. Keeping with the growth trend here, there was mention of international expansion and possible M&A down the road. Can you just talk a little bit about, longer term growth for Beachbody going forward?
Well, I'm expecting, we're already in the UK and France, but, there's a lot of demand for our content. Frankly, P90X is known around the world, as is Insanity and 21-Day Fix and Turbo Fire and many of our other programs. So we want to take advantage of that, but also we are being quite proactive about producing in Spanish, for instance. So eventually we'll go into Spanish-speaking countries, where we've just brought on Jennifer Jacobs, a former senior instructor at Peloton, who speaks French and English. She'll be doing rides on the bike in French and English, and her own program that will release in December, so that we can, again, cater to our French expansion. But we think that there's a really strong opportunity for us to take our business model, nutrition subscriptions, fitness subscriptions, and the supplements and the mixed bike, bring that to Western Europe, bring that to the Pacific Rim, take it south into South America. So, this business model, we're 99% US and Canada based. So we've got a great opportunity for expansion. I don't even think that's priced into what our current valuation is, but it just shows that as this digital disruption expands across the world, I think Beachbody is going to be at the lead of that because of the critical mass of content that we've built over the last 2 decades.
Awesome. So, turning a little bit to the SPAC here, finalizing the deal, and then some financials. It was announced last night, right? What perfect time to have you on the show, that FRX, the vote date is going to be June 24th. Why is this such an important milestone, in getting the SPAC deal done here?
Well, obviously that vote matters, and people need to recognize that this stock is worth more than its cash now that it's been announced that that Beachbody, the S4 describing the nature of the business model and the transaction of Beachbody and Mixed Fitness is a formidable and legitimate going concern that is viable as a public company. So the proxy vote matters. We need the shareholders to recognize that value and see that when you look at the comps, when you see that the potential for growth in digital disruption, that the price we're going out at is not only appropriate, but perhaps a great value stock at the same time. So we're excited to see the outcome. I think we've got great support, certainly great support from institutions with demand that we had in the initial pipe. And once we go public, we'll be working with a war chest that is really unprecedented for the company. We've been operating this business profitably out of cash flow for 20 years. And now we're going to have the ability to really ambitiously, aggressively take this business model with over $400 million in cash and drive it hard. And that's the board expectation and our shareholder expectation. And look, I'm going to end up being the still 40% shareholder and controlling shareholder of the business. This is my biggest investment. I'm aligned with the shareholders that come along for this transaction. I'm not selling a single share, and it's my job to make this thing grow. And when I say grow, capital G. I want to see this business be the leading brand in fitness, nutrition, and helping people get results. And I want to be aligned with the shareholder interests as we continue to build this value.
Awesome. And then I think just one more question from me, then I'm going to turn back over to Mitch. And then we do have some questions from the chat if you have time for us, Carl. I just want to touch on financials a little bit. So obviously we saw the investor presentation, the company's goal to hit $1.1 billion this year, $1.5 billion in 2022. We just got quarterly revenue up 43% and, hitting on some all-time highs across several sectors. Without getting into too much trouble here, do you think, the guidance is more on the conservative side, and maybe how much of that international expansion, body and M&A is not being priced in going forward?
Look, you're exactly right. I can't get into trouble. I think that, it's our job to deliver numbers that represent the facts. Okay. So we run the business, what I call on an empirical model. We take evidence of what we've done in the past, for years, and to look at how our current initiatives scale that experience. But so I believe that's reflected in what are the forecasts that you mentioned. But it's my job as CEO to I'm not running this like a bank. I'm running this like a growth company. So it's my job to look for ways to exceed that. Now, that also introduces risk into the model because I've got to take some chances, but I'm taking those chances based on 2 decades of experience. I'm taking those chances based on seeing what demand. For the first time in our company history, we've actually got visibility to what the subscriber wants, what the prospective customer wants. We're getting that feedback. We're seeing it in their behaviors every single day. So now more than ever, when we create new content like we are here, and in fact, I think they're going to kick me off the set in a minute so that they can shoot. This content's being created based on the demand that we're seeing from our subscribers. So do I think we can exceed our numbers? If I didn't, I'm the wrong CEO and I should be run out. But am I promising we will beat those numbers? Absolutely not, because a lot of things have to line up. I will say that Beachbody On Demand Interactive and the way that can support getting people involved in also a nutrition subscription and our supplements and the mixed bike. I mean, this database, this foundation for growth, imagine I got 2.7 million people who have said, I love Beachbody, I love Openfit, I love what you guys do, you're getting me results. Oh, you've got a commercial grade bike now that's $600 less than a Peloton? That is an outrageously fertile foundation on which to grow. And so of course, I believe there's upside in this, but right now, my job is to make sure I hit these numbers so that the marketplace sees that we've got a responsible company that is run with discipline, but also run with a mindset for growth.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and jump in here. Now, one of the things you were just talking about it, I mean, we had a $29 per month subscription cost on that bike. How do you feel? Do you feel that this price is going to kind of stay in the same area? I know that we had mentions in the chat, there's different programs now. Which program gives us, is there one overall program that gives us access to it all? Is there an all-inclusive program?
Yeah, there will be. And we're working out that pricing. Obviously, the merger is not complete yet, so we've got to bring Mix into the ecosystem, but we're looking at multiple ways to do it. So of course, there will be an all-inclusive price per year that people can get that. And again, it will represent a really great value, and it's going to serve the customer so that they make this commitment to fitness. Obviously, once you invest in a bike, it only makes sense to make sure you've got the right content, whether it's the Beachbody On Demand content or the Openfit content. You'll have your choice, which or both to have on that touch screen. The touch screen is a swivel screen on that bike. So let's say you elect to subscribe to Beachbody On Demand and BOD Interactive, on that bike, you get to turn the screen, you get access to all 87 of our programs at the same time, so you can do it right next to the bike. This becomes your in-home fitness studio, if you will. That screen is now your home base. And when you get done the workout and you're like, you know what, I didn't have enough gas for that one, and you got one touch, boom, you can hit the button and order some pre-workout. Or you don't want to be sore the next day, you realize that you pushed it really hard, boy, you should have a recovery formula. Boom, hit the button, one touch, and you'll get a shipment, a subscription to our after workout recovery formula. These are the efficiencies that we get to bring into this overall ecosystem that we've built over all this time, which is why I think Beachbody is such a value investment, because it's not a startup. We're not playing pretend and hoping that we're going to be successful here. This is, if I can be so arrogant to say, this is Apple coming out with its iPhone. Great company, great computers, great iPod. Now they bring it all together. And what an opportunity to be a part of this company as it puts it all together and goes public through this SPAC. That's what I'm so excited about. And that's why I think that bringing in the mixed bike is going to be such a catalyst for our growth.
All right. Now, one of the areas that I wanted to check out is I was reading on the BOD, and one of the things that I liked was the BOD groups. Yeah. And I think the BOD groups is something that's very important. You know, one of the things is with a digital kind of side, of course, we don't get that same aspect of, all right, we're going to the gym with our friend, but we also want to stay in contact with our friends, and maybe some kind of responsibility, some enthusiasm behind and motivation behind our workout. I think one of the best things you can have is a partner like that. How does BOD groups play into this?
Man, you did your homework, Mitch. I really appreciate that. Well, look, we saw our customers were creating Facebook groups, which is great, but Facebook is constantly changing functionality. They can cancel groups if they want. So we said, you know what, we need to have this managed internally. So we created this thing called BOD groups. BOD is the fortunate acronym for Beachbody On Demand. So it's a BOD group. And literally, we have 500,000 people participating in over 45,000 different groups. I personally have a group of 5,000 people who are working out with me through June 1st in my group. And what we do is encourage each other to push play in the morning to do our fitness. And it's not easy for anybody, but we encourage each other, and you want to make sure we show up. We encourage each other then to follow through with our nutrition plan throughout the day. And we go in, you know, this is where you get the separation from your experience on other social media that's got the pandemic and politics and pet photos. Here is fitness and accountability and holding people accountable to the goals that they said to the group that they wanted to achieve. Some of our coaches call them fit parties. And BOD groups just launched a year ago, and to have 500,000 people, 45,000 groups already using them is super powerful. And what's really exciting about it is we see, I think it's around 30,000 invites to groups every single day. So to have our own social media component inside our ecosystem where people can track their activity, access our e-commerce, and access our content, I think that's formidable and substantial, and we're looking forward to taking that worldwide.
All right. So one of the things that I wanted to ask you a little bit about is, you know, do we have Caesar back there? It looks like he's probably getting a little workout there. I'm sure he's probably getting ready.
I don't know where he is. He was supposed to be warming up back here. He's hiding or something. I know right now they're all like, hey man, when can we shoot this workout or what?
Yeah, I know. I'm about to get my 45 minutes on. I'm coming over, Carl.
See, there you go. You got to come by. This thing is going to be so good. I'm going to be doing this. We launched this program in July. It's about 13 weeks long, so that's 1 quarter. But what's so unique about it, and what, you know, Amwala trains professional basketball players and has gotten great results. What he knows how to do, particularly for a guy who's 58 who doesn't like to work out, that's me. He knows how to activate your body so that you go into the workout feeling warmed up, feeling good. You're not starting cold, but then you leave the workout after full 45 minutes and you're not depleted. You're not wiped out. And this is what Beachbody does. We look for what's missing in the catalog or missing in the genre, and then we tweak it, we manage it, and we make sure that we're catering to what the subscriber wants. And look, There's a lot of 58-year-olds or 50-year-olds out there who are looking for something where they don't feel spent at the end of the workout. But we want to know we left it all on the gym floor. Like, I want to be intense, but I don't want to be spent. And that's what Amwal is creating. And I think this is going to be a super popular program when it comes out. It will be a public company at the time that it comes out. So it's a very exciting time for us. But I'd love to have you in my group if you want to be a part of it, Mitch.
Sounds super exciting. I love how the workout goes into different cycles. That's what I always figured out. And when I did working out, it was never about being in one kind of cycle. You always got to go ahead and adapt. You'll be at a point where your body is at that peak performance. That's really when you want to go ahead and push the bounds. But definitely, I love it's an endless game here, and there's always something and a way to go ahead and increase your kind of performance. I mean, whether it be kind of a speed game, a high weight game, slowing things down.
Well, Mitch, you get it. Like, this is what's so great about the business model.
Mm-hmm.
Equipment-based companies, right? Companies who get the majority of their revenue from equipment sales, it's very difficult for them to reinvent themselves. There's not that many fitness companies that have been around for 20 years. And I keep saying that, but there's a point to that. The reason that Beachbody has this stamina or this longevity is because we reinvent ourselves every single quarter with new content that people go, oh, I never thought of that. We just launched a program called Let's Get Up with Shaun T. It's a dance cardio program that actually has a thing at the end called a remix, where you can basically post to TikTok or an Instagram reel. So it's like fun dancing cardio for our subscribers. Now, the next one is this functional fitness program. And then we'll have BOD Interactive coming in the fall. So like, this company, for just $2 or $3 million in investment in content, we get to recreate and reinvent and refresh ourselves constantly, where the equipment companies got to find a new thing to lift or to run on or to pedal or whatever. We do it with content. We're kind of that's where I do think we really are like the Netflix or the Disney Plus of fitness, because we have the ability to serve subscribers, and the majority of our revenue comes from that subscription model. That's why it's so scalable. It's cost effective, it's colorful, and it's constantly being reinvented. But I got to apologize. I promised these guys I would get out of their way. So I don't know if you got anything else for me. I really appreciate your time on here today. But if we don't get this thing shot, everybody's going to be stuck in holiday traffic, and I'm not going to be a very popular CEO.
No, that's perfect, Carl. We appreciate your time. You know, we look forward to following the progress and hopefully having you back on, once this deal goes through. So for those of you out there viewing this, Carl Daikeler, the CEO and founder of Beachbody, the company is going public with Forest Road acquisition. That ticker is FRX. Carl, thank you so much for joining us on SPACs Attack today.
Appreciate your guys' time and appreciate your recognition of what Beachbody can be. Would love to come back on.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
And have a great workout. We look forward to seeing more about 645.
Awesome.
Definitely.
You're going to love it. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it, Carl. All right, guys, there you guys have it there. Another exclusive interview here on SPACs Attack. As you can tell, Chris and I enjoyed that probably just as much as Carl did. And that's really what it's about here. You guys can see it. We enjoy our time. We get into some in-depth questions. We try also to mix it up there and go a little in-depth. One of the things is we could clearly see him doing the 645 in the back. So I enjoyed seeing that, seeing the live action going on. As he said it, the warm-up's done. My man had to get to work and start recording, so I can't blame him there. Chris, what you think of the interview?
I loved it. I got to say that. And also I got to disclose, I do still own shares of FRX. So just want to get that out there, guys. I've been in this one even before the deal was announced with the Disney executives and Shaquille O'Neal. It was one of my favorites from the start. Mitch, I wrote down a couple things here. I wrote down ecosystem. I wrote down Peloton for the 99%, $1.1 billion in revenue, and huge database of users and content. Like, that just blows my mind, right? Hearing him talk about ecosystem, So we've seen some of these SPAC deals where they merge several companies together. DraftKings did it, right? It was DraftKings and SB Tech together. Here you have Beachbody and Mixed Fitness coming, into the fold together, and you've got, at-home workouts, on-demand workouts. You've got a connected fitness bike. You've got the nutrition business, right? Which I think is the one that people forget about the most. And LeBron James, Arnold Schwarzenegger, they're involved, right? You heard him say it. They're going to be shareholders down the road. Like that's crazy. I think that's getting, unnoticed by people. And then, we talk about so many of these companies going public via SPAC without revenue, right? $1.1 billion in revenue this fiscal year is their estimate. They have real revenue. Like this is a company with revenue that's growing, right? They just had some of their best numbers ever in the last quarter. After 22 years, they're still growing. And with that mixed bike, I think that continues. And, as he said, that huge database of users and content, bringing it all together, and I do think that they can rival Peloton. I think he might have even been a little conservative on telling us about Mixed Fitness, being a Peloton competitor, but to come out and say that they're, for the 99%, huge. Love it.
Definitely. There's mad love a lot. And that's why I included some of those in the thumbnail, because at the end of the day, there is, and I like how you said it, those are the super trainers at the end of the day. These are these trainers that really kind of get you to that next level. And I like how you're including here a lot about the nutrition, because really, I mean, that's where the margins are at, guys. That's where the big margins are made. A lot of these nutrition companies make some great margins in this. And one of the things that I'll tell you guys is that the president was behind a big part of Herbalife. Herbalife is an interesting one to note, because you've seen how they expanded. And I think that was a big reason why he's the president. I mean, giving you insight on that nutrition side, but I think it's just going to expand. One of the things that you always want to have as a business is multiple ways to create growth, right? Whether it be through the subscriptions or the nutrition subscriptions, I think you have two options there that can really get you towards that next level in growth. And I think that's what I always talk about. Sometimes you'll hear me be a little bit negative about a company. And the reason I sometimes be a negative about a company is because I feel they only have one way to make money. And I think here you can clearly see it's not just one way. And I think that's very important when you're looking at a company, especially in the fitness game, because there are trends in this game. And that's what he talked about also, how they can adapt and change and make some new products, make some new services, versus just sticking onto a product. And then next thing you know, if that comes out of favor, now you're there searching in R&D and trying to figure out what's next, versus always trying some new experiment. And I think that's what they do well also. You can clearly see they experiment often, and they take another shot, another chance to go after something. And I can clearly see that it's been paying off, whether it be, always going after the right nutrition company. It's not always going to be perfect, and I think that's one thing you definitely need to keep an eye out, but they definitely do attempt. And now one of the things that I want to see is how does their kind of their own kind of Beachbody performance pre and post workout kind of develop, because this is a challenging competitive sector here with pre-market pre-workouts and post workouts. It's really competitive. And so let's see how they go ahead and expand in that area, how they go ahead and kind of grab some of this market share in the next couple of months. Another thing that we're going to keep an eye out, of course, is body. Body's going to be very important. I think you also need to find out how kind of they keep their subscribers and that all-inclusive access. What's the price point? Where do we get up to? Keep those on watch. And I'll keep this company on watch. I mean, at the end of the day, you guys heard me. The workouts are coming. The workouts are coming. If you think like you notice how we usually do this whole like beginning of the year, January workout thing, I think you're going to see that same kind of reaction now that you've seen the vaccine and that people get to go back to the gym, there's going to be this pent up demand that I want to work out. I want to work out, whether it's working out at home, working out in the gym, or just working out, outdoors, biking, doing outdoor activities, hiking. I'm even going to do a little whitewater rafting this summer. So I think there's going to be a lot of demand for different people trying to get in some physical activity.
Yeah, Mitch, I mean, that all-inclusive, right? You asked the question, and we got more out of Carl than I even thought we would there, right? That they're going to launch all-inclusive plan. They're working on the pricing, but they want to get this deal done, right, to bring Mix into the fold. So there's another catalyst, right? This deal goes through on June 24th, assuming the vote goes through, and maybe a month or two down the road, we're going to hear about this all-inclusive plan with the price. And I mean, just imagine that, like, instead of, if you have a Peloton, you can do the monthly membership where you get the plans for the bike, right? Here you can get plans for a bike. You can get that at-home workout videos for your TV if you don't want to get on the bike, or if you want to rotate between working out and the bike. And also, if they add in the nutrition, like, imagine if that's part of the all-inclusive, right? Where you get the nutrition food items too. That's an ecosystem right there. One price. That's huge. So the all-inclusive, I think, is a catalyst for shareholders, down the road.
Long term, definitely watch. It's going to be released, and that's what I wanted to get into. When I even was stating the question, you guys could notice it. I had multiple kind of questions in the chat, and I was trying to combine the questions, and I kind of understood the idea. Is this price point going to change, or do I get one price point for each? Is it like going to Five Guys where you got to pay for your fries, then you got to pay for your burger, then you got to pay for your drink, then you got to pay for this? No, I want the all inclusive. I want an ability, and I'm going to let you guys know right now, guys. I'm trying to get back to that summer beach bod. I'm actually going to reach out to Carl and take him up on that offer to join that bod group, because I think that's important. Be with some people that inspire you. Also, go out there, and that's what we do here. That's what I think. That's why I do the show with Chris. I mean, at the end of the day, Chris inspired me in SPACs and got me into SPACs to another level where, we both were talking about it back and forth in kind of the early times, and we saw it. We saw the opportunity together, and that's what it's all about. Find some togetherness, find somebody to push you, find someone that can get you towards that next level. If it's you investing in FRX, or if it's you actually doing the workouts, I push forward for this company, just because at the end of the day, it can definitely benefit society.
Yeah, and Mitch, that bod group, what another perfect example of them recognizing, a trend and a possible moneymaker, right? Rather than just having these groups on Facebook, they brought it into the ecosystem. So now they have the bod groups. This ecosystem, like, that's the key takeaway here, for anyone watching it. And as Mitch said, this isn't a company with one product, one revenue source. It's an ecosystem. And I think they just keep continuing to grow going forward. So another great interview. I hope everyone out there liked it. Please smash the like. Please subscribe to get us closer to that 100,000 subscriber goal, so someone will win a free share of Tesla. Also, as I mentioned, we do have the Global Cannabis Conference next week, Thursday and Friday. So housekeeping note, Memorial Day Monday, so no show Monday. And then we will also be off air Thursday and Friday, so we can watch and hear more about cannabis companies. And Mitch, I did see someone in the chat say something about Sundial, SNDL running. And I know that's not a SPAC, but just so that person watching knows, I think Sundial's going to be at the Benzinga Global Cannabis Conference next week.
What?
So that's what I heard. That's what I heard from someone at Benzinga. So I would think you want to tune in next week to hear more from Sundial. And yeah, I mean, and again, guys, you saw Zoltan say it in the chat. If there's a company you guys want us to bring on SPACs Attack, please let us know. We've brought on so many CEOs on this show because that's what it's all about, right? We're information. We want to bring you the resources. We want to give you the due diligence directly from these companies. Like, this is Carl Daikeler, the founder of Beachbody, the CEO of Beachbody. Like, you just heard from the person who can best tell this story moving forward right here on SPACs Attack.
I didn't get to mess with him too much about the past. I wanted to get into that, but hey, we'll save that for another time. Definitely, guys, we're gonna be wrapping up here. It's about 11:59. If you guys didn't get your attempt to that free Tesla, I did see a lot of entries roll through. So definitely, guys, put that attempt there. You could scroll up to get that gleam. I'll put it up again here for you guys in a second. But definitely, guys, we're gonna see how kind of we get this kind of bounce. We've been seeing a lot of SPACs move today. Mentioned in the chat STIC. There you go, big move there. Up there towards about 10.50 now, and a good push up from the $10 range. What we want to see is, guys, always a breakout through that 10, sideways action, and then close above 10 is always going to be a good look. Good look, guys. So definitely keep it up, guys. Sean wants to see CLII. We're going to reach out. We got you, man. That's what it's all about here. So definitely support us as we'll support you guys. Hit the like, hit the thumbs up, hit the comments after, guys. You know, one of the things is that Chris and I definitely like to improve. So if you guys need some, give us some feedback so that we can get the show better, or maybe it's something you want to see added or taken off the show. Let us know. We're not going to get hurt, but one thing we'll definitely do is take your feedback seriously. And if there's a way to improve the show, we'll make it happen for you. All right, guys, that's going to be it for today. Definitely hit the like button, hit the subscribe bell. You guys already know we'll keep on watch. We've been seeing some of these stocks get a little bit of a short squeeze. Even Nikola getting a little bit of a lift as of late. So we'll see if that kind of continues and those kind of trends continues. But like always, guys, smash the like. Check out Benzinga Pro. Join now for $9.97 for the first month with a code 30 days. We figured out, guys, that, hey, maybe the 2 weeks isn't enough for you guys. Do you guys need to check out Benzinga Pro for a month? Definitely, guys. $9.97 will get you that free month. We'll get you that first month. And I'll tell you what, guys, after those 30 days, let me know if you guys didn't like Benzinga Pro so that I could personally take some time with you and we can run through it and try to help you guys adjust. And we also got other people who can definitely help you and teach you how to best use Benzinga Pro. So check it out. If anything, hit the comment down at the below. We got a little question box so you guys can always comment down below. As you guys see, I'll click on it so you guys can see how it works. There you go. You guys can answer right here. Hit them up. Let them know, hey, I'm sleeping. Or I got some love for you guys. Let them know in Benzinga Pro. You guys already know. That's going to be 30 days. That's all you need.
Don't miss out on that deal, because that deal, I think, is just good through Memorial Day, guys. So 30 days is the code. Don't miss out on your chance. That's the cheapest I've ever seen Benzinga Pro. So,
all right, before we get on out of here, just want to make sure that we transfer on over to Power Hour. But Power Hour is going to be up, guys. Stay tuned. This guy, Luke, I had to tell him he's my father, but really, it was all about the forward move that guy has been killing it in forward. So if you guys want to check that out, definitely check it out. Power Hour coming up next, and we'll see you tomorrow. Oh, actually, I'll see you Monday, guys. Nope.
Try again. Tuesday. See everyone Tuesday.
Guys. Guess what?
Stay tuned. Power Hour.
Guys, get some grilling on this weekend. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your families. We'll be back on Tuesday. Like always, smash the like. Sasha knows what's up. Sue knows what's up. Sean knows what's up. Hurt. One hookah. You guys already know. Rick House, we appreciate you guys like always. We'll see you next time on the SPACs Attack.